Hello and happy holidays. This year, instead of posting a lot of pictures that look very similar to last year's photographs, I thought I would make a video of our home at Christmas. So, presenting the Flynn Gorman Winter Wonderland. This is the view as you step into our foyer from the front door. I will try to keep this as short as possible, but with 20 trees and other items to talk about, it will take a little time. Here we have a hand-painted sled by our friend Nancy McAllister Stouffer and a Victorian Santa cutout. This is our Asian tree, which works with the theme of our foyer, which is Asian. This is a Japanese cabinet. A little vignette. This is a small tree with nutcrackers. Stepping into the living room, you see our main tree, which is 10 feet tall and completely covered with a huge variety of ornaments. It takes my husband approximately an 8-hour day, possibly longer, to decorate this tree. In our living room, we have a theme of Broadway and movie memorabilia, and in keeping with that theme, we have this Wizard of Oz tree and nutcrackers of the primary characters. We also have this playbill tree set in front of our lobby card collection. A little candy themed grouping. This is our collection of Lenox decorative items. With a few more on the coffee tables. The door to the backyard. This is a tree decorated completely with flamingos. The flamingo collection started as a joke when someone brought us a housewarming present, which I turned into a collection for our cabana, and then it ended up in the house on the Christmas tree. Back in the foyer, we have our collection of Santas in Santa's workshop. I believe there are somewhere between 50 and 60 Santas in this collection. We did lose one this year, but we've also gained some. Continuing the Santa theme, we have this porcelain Santa's workshop on the center table in the foyer. And taking advantage of the height of the room, we do have some Christmas balls hanging from the ceiling. Also in the foyer we have our nativity collection. This was the first we collected. Then this one. This is made by Native Americans out of nails. This one here is made in Kenya from banana leaves. Here is Lenox pewter. This is Native American black pottery, accented with natural turquoise. To the rear of that is a hand-carved wooden nativity that was purchased for our daughter when she was a baby. This is Lenox bisque porcelain. This tree features Lenox and Baldwin brass ornaments. I'm going to show some of the Baldwin brass up close because they're very ornate and beautiful. And yes, we do have a rickshaw in our foyer, which stands in for Santa's sleigh at this time of year. This is our travel tree with ornaments from a number of the places we've visited. This is our Christmas village, with a village street with shops, the village houses, park with the gazebo. And then moving out to the more rural part, we have the skating pond and ski hill and ski lodge, the farm, log cabins. And then we have a campground, tree fort, fishing hole, and then we kind of move back to a small village. I should mention that most of the items that we have on display have been acquired at flea markets and auctions and at very deep discount in retail stores. And some have even been gotten for free in box lots that were ready to be thrown away, or that we purchased for some other reason and got a surprise in the box lot. So this tree is our keepsake tree. This ornament was on our tree when I had my first Christmas. This was made for us by my sister-in-law Peggy. There are a number of items for Maeve's early Christmases, and then things that she made in preschool, and items that were made when I was in elementary school. This little tree is decorated with a collection of wooden ornaments. Then in our dining room, we have furniture items that were in my grandparents' home in Ireland that date approximately to the turn of the 20th century. And so, in keeping with our sort of Edwardian theme, we have a model of Downton Abbey and some sort of period-looking items to go with that. In the front window, we have another nativity. And a little one on the vintage box in front of it. Our table is decorated with Lennox flatware and dishes. We have a little folksy vignette here featuring some other items painted by our friend Nancy. This little box and the cowbell and the box that they're sitting on. And here we have a small collection of bell snickles. Another little grouping of items. And this is a portrait of our family reenacting the Civil War. And here we have 3 feather trees with the traditional fence surrounding them. And they still require further decorations. They are not full yet. These are a relatively new addition to our collection. Our breakfast room has a New Orleans theme, and so to coordinate with that, we have a Mardi Gras tree. And we also have a little diorama of the Café du Monde, which has been decorated for Christmas. We also have kind of a mid-century modern vibe going on in this room, and so we have these ornaments that were from the 1950s and were in my home when I was growing up. We also have these mercury glass items and some other things to go along with them, and a collection of holiday music boxes on the ledge. The kitchen also is decorated. And here we have Maeve's collection of nutcrackers, which has grown too large for her room. And so we feature them here, but she must get credit for ownership. The nutcrackers spill out into our hallway where we have the more non-traditional ones, all of which have something to do with activities Maeve engages in or things she's interested in. Our office has a Celtic theme, and so the tree in this room is decorated with Irish-themed ornaments. The hearth features the Royal Stuart tartan, runner, and Santas that are Irish and Scottish. We also have a nativity that is Irish Celtic style carved stone, and I see one of our critters has fallen over. Even the hall bathroom gets a small tree and a couple of other little decorations. The master bedroom has 2 small trees on the bureau, as well as some other small items. And the Christmas tree in here has a red and black and gold theme, which derived from the fact that the room was previously painted red, but we think the tree looks much better in the room with its new light-colored walls. At the head of the bed, we have a large nativity, which formerly we used outside, but the scale really was too small given how far set back we are from the road, so we brought it indoors and replaced it with a larger one outdoors. In our basement family room, we have a collection of Native American items, which we collected because my husband thought that he was part Native American, but with some research that turned out to be untrue. Nevertheless, we love the items, and we continue to decorate our Native American themed Christmas tree with items that are made by Native Americans, such as this carved gourd nativity and these beautiful balls, which are painted on the inside of the glass. And this is a votive holder, which is also reverse painted by a Native American artist. So this concludes the tour. It was fairly quick and not very detailed, but I hope you enjoyed it. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas from the Flynn Gorman family.